Theatre of beans.
And how many goals have they scored from that? Hardly any.
It doesn't matter.
It does
people
matter.
to put Iwobi in their starting lineup for fans. Hello everyone, welcome back. This is a very spontaneous pre-week show for game week 12. We were planning on not doing it, but we have come together. We have one intoxicated Stuart and one sober me. Turn the PlayStation off, kids should be in bed. This is unPUNDITRY. We're previewing game week 12. The first game of the week got Leeds versus West Ham. There's a few injuries at the back for Leeds. I think Koch is out for 3 months. Lorente as well, out for 3 weeks. Has been out of the side for quite some time now. Antonio is doubtful again. Masuaku doubtful too. So we think Benrahma is going to be playing for West Ham. There's going to be a few goals in this one, I think. Both teams pretty evenly matched. Especially on the table, I think. I think West Ham will defend well, better than most teams have against Leeds. They got to defend Leeds' wing play. I think Ogbonna has been one of the most underrated centre backs this season. He's been playing really well. I'm unsure. I think it's going to be 2-2.
What's scarier than coming home after a company Christmas party whacked off your ass is finding out that Leeds' defence is not showing up tomorrow night. Apparently, I've just done my 3 same leg multi with Leeds winning. I've just gone fuck.
Oh my god. We'll let it slide, Stuart. We'll let it
3
slide.
week. Let's see if it comes off. 7 a.m. tomorrow. I will be awake watching this. Leeds to win. I've gone Patrick Bamford anytime goal scorer. Backed up last week. Thought he was going to score. I reckon this week he scores again, and I'd go for 2 for 2 on Mystic Stuart Brooks. And then yes to both teams to score, following up with what you said. It's going to be a high-scoring game. Hopefully Benrahma comes in and starts. I reckon he does show a bit more creativity with a bit more pace than that of Pablo Fornals. If you're playing Antonio, you play Fornals. If you're playing Haller, you're playing Benrahma. That's the system. That's what you have to do. On to the next one.
Wolves versus Villa, coming off a disappointing performance against Liverpool. I think Wolves may encounter a similar game, similar style. I don't think they're going to do too much. They really need to hold Villa and minimise their creativity, especially through Jack Grealish, who I believe has the most chances created by a player outside of a top 6 team. It's going to be eager to see how Villa do. Because they did have a game off last week, we're going to see if they can continue their good, decent form against Wolves. However, I think Villa will come trumps 2-1.
I'm being quite good with predicting Aston Villa's form and consistency, and I reckon this is a game that suits them quite well. You've got a very defensive Wolves who like to play through the midfield and everything like that, with their wide players in Ait Nouri and Semedo pushing quite forward, and I reckon Adama still starts again. However, you have that lack of offensive finishing. Adama hasn't scored in 30-plus games. Raul Jimenez is out. Neto is the only one that's seemingly carrying the line, and they absolutely showed nothing last week against Liverpool. I reckon Villa turn it up this week. I reckon Aston Villa win. I've got no to both teams to score, and I've gone Jack Grealish, as you say, great at creating things, and I reckon he has one or more shot on target. One of your safer legs. On to the next one.
Newcastle against West Brom. I can't really be asked with this game, honestly. Mateus Pereira is out for a 3-game suspension after his dangerous conduct last week. What a load of shit that was. It's going to be similar to Villa. Newcastle did have the game off last week. I don't think Newcastle will be too troubled in this game. Their defense is okay. I think it's good enough to hold West Brom. I'm going 2-0 to Newcastle.
This is a really weird one, and this is a really probably an unpopular slash... What's the word? I don't know. But West Brom just came from a 5-1 slapping against Crystal Palace, and they're arguably the worst offensive side in the team in the league, in my opinion. And now you come against Newcastle, who by statistics is probably second worst to Sheffield. It should be a fairly tight game. So I've gone Newcastle to win this. I reckon they do win this. Under 2.5 goals, and that's the leg that I'm most worried about, because West Brom conceding 5 without Pereira against Newcastle, who have a consistency, and Callum Wilson scored last week. I think it's a 1-0, 2-0 game, and then Callum Wilson to have one or more shot on target. On to the next one.
We've got the Manchester derby, Manchester City versus Manchester United. United have stuck with Ole even after they bowed out of the Champions League. I think that's a good move. I think they need to stick by the manager. City are going to probably dominate the ball, dominate possession in this game. City have been playing well on the last few game weeks. However, they haven't had much of a challenge really. They played Fulham. Who else they played? I don't even know, but they haven't really been challenged at all. However, City.
Wouldn't even know.
Anyway, whatever, that's fine. However, as I said last week, quote, it's a different kettle of fish this week. Against an inconsistent United team. It's at United's home. They have not been great at home. They have been good away, but at home, it just hasn't been clicking as well. I think City are going to win 3-1.
I guessed correctly KDB would show up. And then the next week I backed that up and I said Sterling would show up. This week, none of them show up. I've gone draw. I've gone a Manchester City, Manchester United draw. I've gone yes to both teams to score. And I've gone Bruno Fernandes to have one or more shots on target. Just one of your safer legs. I'm really pushing hard on this one. I think it's a 1-1-2-2. United have too much. Not so much United have too much, but City are lacking at the moment. However, John Stones is playing really well. But it's only a matter of time before these City cracks, such that we have seen in the past couple of weeks, before Fulham start showing again, especially against someone who, such as United, where Bruno Fernandes is feeding balls. On to the next one.
Everton versus Chelsea. Hakim Ziyech is out for Chelsea. He's been one of their best players this season going forward, creativity-wise. I still like Giroud up top. I think he offers a different dimension to the front three. I think with Tammy Abraham, Werner, and Ziyech, kind of similar players, similar on the ball, what they can offer going forward. I think Everton need to be better defensively this week, especially in transition, and they're going to look for Calvert-Lewin on the end of crosses. I think that's how they're going to score goals. I think Chelsea are going to win 2-1 though.
I've actually surprisingly gone Everton win this. Chelsea not clinical at finishing. I've always said it. Timo Werner, he's good, but he's not at that level yet where I see him as one of the best strikers in the league, whether he's being played on that left wing or striker role. Giroud is good, yes. However, Everton offensively, I reckon, will pose a problem come Saturday. I've gone Everton to win this. I've gone Richarlison to show up. I didn't go DCL. It was either one of the two, and I've gone with Richarlison, and I've gone yes to both teams to score. It should be like a 2-3, 2-2, 1-2. A couple of goals, 3 or more goals to score in this game. On to the next one.
Yeah, there are a lot of close games this week. It's very difficult to call. Southampton, Sheffield. I'm going to be really surprised if Southampton don't put this one away. I've just put Ward-Prowse into my fantasy team. I've replaced him for the injured Ziyech. Southampton are going to pepper Sheffield's goal. I think with Ings back especially, that'll be even more so. Walcott should still play. I think he's going to be deployed out wider though. He has been playing up the middle. Has been playing really, really well. So we'll see how Hasenhüttl lines up. Sheffield, they weren't bad against Leicester. Ollie McBurney needs to turn up again. He needs to get the end of some service from Sheffield. Still, I think Southampton are going to win 3-1.
Once again, Southampton should put this away, but inkling of me, the little Stuart Brooks pundit inside who saw Ollie McBurney score that goal last week was a bit of goosebumps, and little part of me wants Sheffield to win this. However, as an unpundit myself, I've gone with Southampton to win. I've gone Danny Ings, anytime goal scorer, and then for the first time ever this year, I've gone James Ward-Prowse, anytime goal scorer. That's 2 anytime goal scorers. 2 anytime goal scorers.
Wow.
Big odds right now. Let's see if it pays off. However, in this multi, I'm saying that Southampton run away with it. They are very much too much creative. Ings, Che Adams, and James Ward-Prowse is that holy trinity that they want so badly. Let's see how it plays out. I do want Sheffield to win this, though. On to the next one.
Crystal Palace versus Spurs. Palace haven't been too bad against the top six that I can remember of recent times. They're coming off a 5-1 thrashing of West Brom with sky-high confidence. Good for Eze, I think. A young guy coming into the side, he needs confidence. He needs to play on that, rely on his confidence. I don't mind Palace's chances in this game, but I think Spurs is still going to be too good for them. It pains me to say, I really want Palace to win. I want a good game. I'm going to watch this game. However, I'm going 2-0 to Spurs. You lost to Spurs last week. Why are you giving me the
because
rude
I
finger?
don't because I
caring
don't
about
like
Arsenal.
Crystal Palace at all. And you saying,
Crystal Palace are fantastic. They have great
and you
players.
saying I want Crystal Palace to beat Tottenham just rubs shit in whatever agenda you're doing, in my opinion.
But I do. I like Palace. It's like you like... Who do you like
I
besides
like
Arsenal? Who do
Ollie
you like?
McBurney.
Yeah, well, because he looks like you. Just because he looks like you and he's a good striker. I know you model your game off him, but you're not that good.
Mate, I wouldn't even be able to get 2 fucking centimetres off the ground, let alone his height. Aerial monster.
Anyway, Palace versus Spurs, Stuart.
I've gone with Tottenham to win. Okay? I don't want
fair enough.
Crystal Palace to win it all, and I don't think they will win it all. Crystal Palace are very much a team of like, yes, they will give you 5-1 one week, and then they'll completely let you down the next week. Do you know who's king of that? Wilfred Zaha. Wilfred Zaha, I'll put $5 on the line right now that Wilfred Zaha will do fucking nothing against Tottenham.
No, you should put $5 on a game where they're not playing a title contender.
He's going to do nothing tomorrow or whenever he's playing.
Okay, that's a solid statement.
He will do nothing. Post-week show, you can roast the fuck out of me if he does something, but I reckon he does fucking nothing against Tottenham.
Okay, that's fair enough.
Okay. I've changed it up, so, you know, Harry Kane and Son Heung-min, I like to change it up on the anytime goal scorer. So I've gone, last week it was Harry Kane. This week I've gone Son Heung-min, anytime goal scorer, and I've gone no to both teams to score. It will be 2-0. Mark my words, it will be 2-0. On to the next one.
We've agreed on something with Palace.
No.
Well.
Fucking let's kiss.
Fulham versus Liverpool. Caballero hasn't looked too bad up front for Fulham. He'll get some chances against Liverpool. Teams always seem to get chances against Liverpool, regardless of who's in the defence. Liverpool finally put out a good 45 minutes last week against Fulham, creating goals, and they were a lot more clinical than they have been in recent times. And Kelleher did concede his first goal in 3 games midweek in the Champions League. They drew 1-1, I think. Alisson is in doubt, but I think he's fit. I think they'll rest him for this week. They need him for bigger games. It's going to be tough for Fulham. I think Liverpool are going to win 3-0.
Did you say I think Fulham going to win this 3-0?
No, I said it's going to be a tough game for Fulham. Liverpool are going to win 3-0.
Fuck, I'm hearing shit.
Are you serious?
I'm like, hang on. Let's fucking...
How intoxicated are you?
Let's hang on. Not Fulham 3-0. Get a load.
Too many vodka lime sodas because they're 0 calories.
Mate, Carlton zeros.
Don't drink your calories, guys.
Mate, I've gone Liverpool to win this. I've backed the boy of my dreams, Trent Alexander-Arnold, anytime goal scorer. He comes back into the side and starts. Okay. I reckon he's pushing up so fucking high, he will be almost Mohamed Salah on that right wing. I've gone yes to both teams to score. As you say, I love Ivan Cavallero. He has been absolutely killing it playing in that striker role under replacing Mitrovic. He's been very creative. Lookman didn't really compliment him last week, and it showed against Man City. But the week before, even against City, he was still creating chances. Had a few key passes, a few shots on target. I reckon he will show up. I reckon Ivan Cavallero will show up tomorrow again. Still trying to fucking compose my thoughts, man. Liverpool to win. Trent to score. Yes, both teams to score. On to the next one. Okay.
I think this is where we lose all credibility as pundits. Anyway, Leicester versus Brighton, the next game. I have a small feeling that
right
VA.
there. This is where we lose called credit pilot. When you see Trent score on Sunday,
No, I'm not. I'm not talking about what you're saying. I'm talking about what you're not saying. You fucking drunk. Jesus. Oh my god. All right. Leicester against Brighton. I have a small feeling that VAR is going to intrude in this game big time. Brighton have been extremely unlucky this season, and the VAR is part of why. I think it's going to be a good game. Both teams play very positive. They've both been playing well, but they both need to improve, definitely. I'm going to say Leicester 2-1.
I've gone Leicester to win this. I've gone Jamie Vardy anytime goal scorer, and then I've backed that up with Jamie Vardy first time goal scorer. Oh. So he'll be the first one to score the goal. You have to back up. I have to back up what I said last week, and he's one of the most consistent clinical strikers in front of goal. I reckon they learnt from their 1-1, playing 90 minutes essentially at 1-1 or 80 or about 70 minutes at 1-1. That they're going to be like, cool. We know that the through ball works. We know. Keep playing on Brighton's high attacking line. They get Lamptey up. They get Solly March up on the left, Lamptey up on the right. They'll be playing a lot of through balls. Lewis Dunk isn't that fast. They're going to unleash Vardy, I reckon, onto the next one.
Last game is Arsenal against Burnley. This is Arsenal's worst ever start to a Premier League season after 11 games. Burnley haven't beaten the Gunners, however, in the top flight of the Premier League. I think it's 10 wins to Arsenal and 2 draws. This is the best chance, though, for Burnley to win, I think, with the team that Arsenal are putting out and the performances that they're putting out. However, I think Arsenal will score this game, but Burnley will too. It's going to be 1 goal apiece.
I have absolutely no idea what I've done with this multi, but we'll go with it anyway. I've gone with Burnley to win this. Mm-hmm. Okay, hear the thought process out.
I'm not contesting with you.
Arsenal are fucking trash. They have absolutely no creative outlet whatsoever. They definitely need to change something up. I don't know if that's bringing in. I really like Emile Smith-Rowe. I think he should start playing now. But it's one of those things of like, is he going to change anything? Against someone like Burnley, sure, you've just got to try something new. Nothing seems to be working at the moment. Party, I think El Nini will come into the side. He's been playing really well. It's one of those games, and I reckon Burnley could 100% capitalise after getting a decent point against a title contender such as Everton. However, the second leg, I've gone with Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang to score, which is very odd, seeing that I think Burnley are going to win, because you'd think Burnley will win 1-0, but I'm actually thinking Burnley is going to win this 2-1. I've gone Burnley to win. I've gone Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang to score. He'll probably, I reckon that, and then yes to both teams to score.
Well, that's it for an Intoxicated game week 12. We'll see you soon for the post-week show.